Oh, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Today, there's a lot of things I want to work on. And since I was kind of working on them, and I thought, well, I could just do it on the stream so I can give people a little bit more content and context to what I'm doing right now. So people don't actually see like massive jumps between episodes. They can see a little bit of my work. So, basically, I have here my little room set up with a couple of tanks, and I kind of want to get at least one of these tanks up and running. You'll see what I want to do a little bit later. This tank is not going to have nothing for a while, and this one will probably have something as soon as I start messing up with trains and stuff like that. Basically, I kind of want to aim to maybe do the roof today. I got some stuff here. This is most likely not going to be enough. And more important than anything, I should say, we destroyed some stuff in like in the bottom level for the last episode. Like we cleared that entire area. And pretty much the iron stuff that I had over there, I'm now going to be moving to this work floor over here, and I already have the cobblestone generated in, and I guess I now need to actually start doing something with it because I intend to have a little bit of an iron generation going on here. So I have some iron, and I want iron, I want glass, and I want clay. Like I want some things to happen over here just so I can guarantee some resources to build, basically, because this ceiling that I'm planning on, it's pretty much all made out of iron, which is bad because my iron generation is stopped. So yeah, we kind of need to work on that. That most likely means I'm going to be needing my grinds or my crushing wheels. And why do I only have one? Ah, there we go. 16 over here. And I want to try and do something downstairs. Not that one. This one. There we go. So we have this dude. It says 18 drills, all powered up. So this guy is consuming a lot of stuff, making a lot of cobble. Now I want to automate some stuff out of here. So let's just take a look at gravel first. There's actually this chipped gravel. Okay. So basically, what we're gonna have here is, why is that not? There we go. We're going to be doing this. This guarantees gravel, of course. But then we want to crush gravel again to get sand, flint, and clay. But I'd say more importantly, we want to wash it to get iron nuggets out of there. And besides that, this we'll probably want but somewhere else. We don't want to make azurin just yet. We do not have chemical vat, so we don't care about that. We also don't care about this recipe. Okay, basically that's it. That's what we need to do. We need to just crush it once and also wash it. But I kind of want to have multiple things. Like I want to have a decent iron generation area, and I'm probably going to be needing a bunch of vaults here as well to stockpile on sand, clay, and flint. Now, flint is actually kind of cool. Look here at the flint, and we actually have a recipe here that which we can conduit, and we have a 33% chance of turning into prismarine shards. So flint's actually like not useless at the moment. It can also be pressed down into a bunch of different items, as we already know from creating all those things. We can even trade with it to get emeralds, so that's going to be handy later down the line as well. But most importantly, like the prismarine shards are actually pretty cool because it basically unlocks all the prismarine blocks for any builds that we may want to do later down the line. So that's pretty nice to have, a nice source of this. But I'd say, and we can also just turn it into blue dye for some reason. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So flint is actually not going to be useless, but I also intended to have it so that we maybe want to export it somewhere else later with trains. So we probably need to work on that. And of course I forgot my vaults. That's what I wanted to come up here and get. Do I have any vaults here? I have 1 vault. We probably have more vaults downstairs in our toolboxes, right? Hopefully. Yeah, we got some. We got some. I'm also gonna get these in case things because they all probably gonna be helpful. Some chutes probably gonna be helpful. Do we not have the tunnels are upstairs? Factory gauges are gonna be very important. Stock links very important. Frog ports and packagers, they're all upstairs as well, so we can hold on that for now. And copycat stuff is pretty much just decoration, so if we need it we can come grab. And I think that's it. I think we got what we want. Do I want a smart chute? Oh yeah, I'll probably want to make more smart chutes and some more threshold switches, so I actually have a way of keeping the resource generation going. Let's go back upstairs and see if I have more smart chutes. Hopefully I do. So smart chutes, yes, we got some here. And threshold switches, we got 3. Can I make more? I'm missing comparators. We can make 15 comparators. Okay, so 50 comparators is actually not bad. One other thing that I probably should get is another chunk loader. But not for this area. Like, I should get a chunk loader. But for our starting area, all the way over here, because this will mean that at least my tree farm keeps running. I should actually just make an area, but I have a thing planned. Basically, I think I can actually tell you guys about this. Yes, basically what I have planned here is that I'm gonna have a train junction down here, and that's gonna bring the trains forward into a docking sort of area for trains, like a train station, where I would have kind of a city going along this shoreline, and maybe like have a little bit of a bridge over here and have some over here. I also intend to have like a fishing boat that's actually going around here in circles and picking up fish, because we actually have something that can do that. And have like a village like in this shoreline that has maybe a bridge to this building over here and stuff like that. And we have like a train junction over here, and I want the train to come into the power plant to actually grab lava and then bring the lava back into here, our main building. And we're also going to be having some things all the way down here in this area. So these train lines will actually like go through the mountain here, come out of the other side, because we're actually going to be having some other stations and stuff like that over all the way down there. But for now, I guess we actually need to work on iron. And I wanted to do more comparators. First of all, there you go. And we should have thing for the chunk loader. Actually, couldn't this chunk loader be enough for me? It may be, like the basic one. I think the basic one should be more than enough. It only loads a 1x1. So I only really need to ask for some shafts and some glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glass. And I believe I should have... No, I really don't have. Let's actually just dump building resources into here. You're building, you're building, you're building, you're building, you're building, you're building, building. Okay, there we go. Which means we can now do this, grab onto that. We have the respawn anchor. We don't need this nor this just yet. And we're missing probably some casings, I reckon. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here which should hopefully be enough for what we want to do. And the respawn anchor. Yes, with this we can turn it into an empty chunk loader. We got to go to the nether to just catch a ghast here. And then do we have water wheels here? We do. We need 2 water wheels and a rotation speed controller with a large cogwheel. And I believe that's all we need to have this actually on. I don't think we need anything else from here. We can come later and get it if we need to. Of course, we'll have to like kind of see what's the best chunk for it, but we'll see that when we get there. Where are my... There they are. My buckets. Okay, so you can stay downstairs for now. Next to our Jimmy, a little Jimmy over here, and his new friend, because... yeah, this guy just decided to show up. And let's go down. Let's just go and place this chunk loader on the starting area, so at least we have some tree generation and EXP. Because this will also, I mean, I think we can make it so it also loads our skeleton farm. And that will mean that we'd get like infinite experience. Like for example, if we check our chunks here. Yes, exactly. Like we can load this chunk right here, which will load the farm, which is directly underneath there, and we'll load the tree farm. So I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. We just need a ghast. Let's go and grab one. Oh god, what is happening here? Okay, they're gone. I heard the ghasts. There it is. Got it. And we're out. Please don't shoot at me, please don't shoot at me, please don't shoot at me, ghast. Thank you. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Perfect. Alright, so now I need a little bit of water bucket. I got it from here. And I guess I didn't really think about where I want this to go. Cannot go there. If I do this, it can go there. Which would mean that we can take that out, take that out, take that out. Put you there, put you there, put you there. Can even like remove this dirt. And now we just need to give it water. So that, there you go. This is not enough. I think it's 64 what we want. Yes, 64. And now it's loading this chunk, which is exactly what we needed to do. So hopefully when we come here later to get logs and stuff like that, we'll have this thing full. Now, remember we have 473. Hopefully we have more in a couple of hours or something like that. I don't know when I'm going to be back there though. Man, I went to grab a glass of water for the entire stream. I don't even know how long I'm going for, but I nearly don't have any water right now. Well, I guess if I really need to, I can go and grab more later. Okay, now it's actually time to build stuff. This is for the roof, we don't care about that. Do we have our lanterns here? Because we might need... No. Oh, they might be on the other shulker. Because we're probably going to be needing to light this place up a little bit better. Because the more we build, the more shadows we cast. And I don't really want to keep torches there. Yeah, we got lanterns there. Okay, perfect. So let's start with this. I was actually imagining having like a couple of things coming through here. Like it was from the back. Something like this, right? That would come out of there. The problem with that is that it doesn't actually work the way I want it to work, because that's an andesite casing, and I could remove that andesite casing because it's only holding up the water from the mechanical drills. So it doesn't actually matter anything. But then I got chutes there, and I cannot take an item from a chute. So if you want to put the funnels there, you have to lower this to here. And then we can put the items going from there to here, like this. And then I can put a couple of belts. And do I want to do 3? I guess we could do 3. Yeah, we could do 3. Yes. And I want to try and grab these 3 and put them into crushing wheels, and having the crushing wheels coming down. But that would require that, for example, I would have another belt running along here. 1, 2, and 3. Like this. Let's put it a little bit further ahead. Yes. And to have this like that, we probably need some item chutes. And there would need to be a chute here. Then there would be the crushing wheels. Yeah, you can see like one of the issues right now is that the crushing wheels would have to go here. And that doesn't work as of now. So we're probably going to push this back 1. And then what we want to do is we actually want to raise it. Like a few, like one, I think it's 1 block that we need to raise it. I think I need to grab a couple of chain drives and a couple of gearboxes. Because I want to do is this. Yeah, we want to have this going on here. Now, if I do this, it doesn't actually, no, it doesn't. Okay. So I guess you can... Nope, not that. Yeah, there you go. So we could do this. And now I just need the belts to go from there to the top of these chutes, which we can do like this. So now all we have to do is we belt that on, and we belt that on. And now all the cobblestone will go from there into there and get crushed in here. You can even put these like that, just so it gets a little bit of a different texture. And I think that looks nice. And we don't actually need this to be all the way back here. You can go all the way up to the front. Yeah, and I think this is actually the perfect place to put an item vault. So it's going to grab some item vaults, and I probably want to put it like on these or not casings, but scaffoldings, to give it a little bit of a distance from the floor. Do I have any andesite? Yeah, I do. Okay, we got plenty of andesite. So that's one of the things that I talked in the last video, is that we might need to upgrade our item mixer over there. Because currently it doesn't actually separate the items very well. So I have to see what I want to do with that. I also need to finish up this floor. What I was actually aiming at is having like a living room here where I can chill. And this will be the area where I'm gonna put the gauges controlling what's happening on the floor underneath there. And I have this for the vaults, so you can see we have like a lot of storage. We only have like that one at 31 and that one at 19, so we have a lot of empty storage. And as soon as I add trains, I want to add another billboard next to this one, which basically tells me like when is the next train coming into the base. So I kind of have a little bit of control on that. What I need right now is get my hands on a couple of andesite scaffoldings. Perfect. And let's go down below. So I think I want a 3x3 vault. I think that's a decent size vault. 27 block volts, which just is fine, I guess, for for purposes of storing gravel. We might want to upgrade it, we might not. I really don't know how much gravel I want to keep. But yeah, we need our funnels. So funnels. I also have these lights, these sulfur lamps. I might want to use them as well for some harder to illuminate spots. Because sometimes lanterns aren't that great. You can see I'm using some copycat blocks here with some glowstones. And they look kind of nice. But they also occupy a little bit of space in some certain areas. Like for example here, I kind of had to move it to the front instead of the back, or it would cover the 19 over there. And I think these sulfur strips actually solve some issues. So we might want to use them a little bit. And harder to reach spots. I mostly want lanterns. But these ones can actually be very, very useful. Like, for example, see this vault right now? There's nothing in the back, and there's not a really like cool way of putting a lantern there. So we can just put a sulfur strip, and boom, that's illuminated at the back. Okay, now coming over here, we want to have, of course, this, and this. We will most likely need to grab some copycat blocks to block this so that the cobblestone just doesn't fly off. So we probably need to do that, and we're gonna have to do the same there. And then we can use andesite funnels in here, because I believe an andesite funnel can input a stack, but it cannot output a stack. It only outputs an item at a time. So we need our copycat blocks. And do we have the panels here? Panels? No, we don't. I also need to just get zinc. Like, literally just get zinc in any way I can. Because this has been a struggle to make a lot of copycats and not have a decent way to get zinc. So, actually, we can make azurine like this, right? You can make azurine like this with clay, flint, and water. And the cool thing about this is that then we can crush azurine, or I mean, we can use it to make stone metal, which is great, but I believe we can crush it and we get some zinc. So we might want to take advantage of that. And we can probably automate it here, even though that's not crazy good. But we are automating everything, right? We don't really need water, but water is easy to have. And we are making flint and we're making clay. So we can make azurine. Or I guess we can at least keep it in a way that I can request it up here. And I can manually craft it over here, because I do have that guy, which is a mixer with water, which would make us azurine. And then we can just send it to the crusher and do it by hand. That's only because I want to have specialized areas for the ingots, and I don't want it to be in the base, except for iron, because it's such a crucial resource. And yeah, I mean, I'm constantly using iron. My roof is gonna be made out of iron mostly and stuff like that. So iron is a must. So we have that. We'll get the copycats in a second, because I want to keep like planning things out. So we have this guy getting a constant feed of gravel, and this is probably going to be the washed zone, where I'm going to be washing a bunch of stuff into iron nuggets. So I also want to take it out 3 at a time, so that we can have pretty much maximum output. It will most likely still not be like fast enough, I think, but maybe it is. And we probably need to make some tunnels, or well, not really. We could just use item vaults here as well to store the flint and store the nuggets. I don't think I want to store these flint. I think I just want to get rid of them. at the moment. So we're actually going to be pushing you forward 1, 2, and 1, 2. Yeah, so we have a 3 area there to play with what I would need. And we're gonna have... I mean, we don't really need a vault crazy big. I feel like this should be enough. And maybe I don't really need to make it bigger than this, right? And of course, you can also just put a sulfur lamp at the top to give it a little bit more light. Could also put a lantern. Actually, can I put this... No, it's like sideways? Like this? No. Why not? Well, not like that. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so now we need to figure out the fan power. Now, I want to use as much fans as possible. That means encase this as best as we can. So we can do like 1, 2, 3. And we can do 1, 2, and 3. Now we can leave it as this, and then we put water on these belts, and then it just washes. And that could be enough. And then what I want is that we put this like that. We're gonna grab attribute filters, and I guess we can either use attribute filters. No, we're gonna be using attribute filters, I think. We could just do a filter that just does not accept gravel. That also works. So filters, give me 3 of these. Give me a piece of gravel. While I go and skip off the night real quick. And grab a sip of water. Man, I should have brought the whole... like, the whole bottle instead of just a cup. And basically, we could do this, we can do this, and we can have a deny list for water. That should be good, right? And I just check something over here. Check something here. What is this? Doesn't really matter. No. And let's put this over here again. And I can actually put this like that. Yeah. And I actually forgot to do this. There we go. Okay, perfect. We're back. And we have this on a deny list. There we go. We can send the gravel back onto that dude. And now we just go over here. We put in on all of these. And what we want is actually, we want to put the wrench on them. So it actually makes it so the items will stop here in these funnels. Because if you have the funnel backward, all the way at the back there, the items will sit in this block and they do not get caught on by the fans. This way, you make sure that all of them are just sitting there perfectly. And we can actually do the same here, just to guarantee that all the items that are on the belts are being washed. Just an extra caution, I guess you could call it that. And I'm actually gonna grab some casings. Yeah. First of all, give me like 8 pieces of zinc. And give me a casing. And a case. I got this casing, right? I should have the other, yeah, I should have the other casings. And we also need to make more brass funnels. So I'm probably going to invest into making a ton of brass funnels. Now the zinc here, we're going to be making into the panels. Copycat panels, there we go. And we have what we need, we have that, and boom, more funnels. And now I want this so we can put it at the bottom. There you go. All that thing is brass cased, which is kind of nice. And we have... Yes, we have these casings here. So let's go ahead and block this area off. And block this area off. So now the items will not flow in case I put belts spinning the wrong way. Because that's most likely going to happen. And we can do encased chain stuff there, so they all take the same spin. Just like that. We need to grab 9, no, not 9. We need to grab... Oh, I actually realized that the bottom fans do not reach these belts. Right? Or do they? I guess we'll have to test that out. I'm just going to grab some water to test it out. I think they only affect the belt that's directly in front of it. And if that's the case, that's really not great. Not gonna lie, it's not great. If that's the case, we might just change the fans so they're on the opposite side then. Does anyone know if the bottom ones are actually gonna do anything? My idea is that they powered all of these belts. If I need to, I'll put water in all of these belts. But I'm not so sure they're actually gonna do anything. So let's actually try and connect them real quick to see what will happen. So if I just give this thing some power. Are you rotating the right way? You are. Okay, this thing immediately pushed me back. Yeah, but they do not seem to be sending water particles there. So I guess we could actually test it, but they don't seem to be working the way I want them to work. So give me some gravel. Let's hope it does work, but I should not get my hopes high. Something tells me this is not gonna work. Okay, so well, and go. That would be a nope. Nope, that's no particles. Yeah, but if I put it there, you can see particles there. Okay. So that would mean that I kind of need to get that water out. And we're gonna grab the bottom fans out. And we're pretty much just gonna place them on the other side. Yeah. Like, that's gonna work as well, so it's fine. So 1, 2, 3. And okay, sorry, I get it. You're fast. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. And this makes like a closed area where everything will be washed. We can probably get power from the belts. So 1, 2, 3. And can do it like that. But before I do anything, how do I want to power stuff in here, right? That should be a worry of mine. So we could do this and link these ones with a belt, because they should be rotating the same way. Then these ones, we can do this because they should be rotating, well, the same way. And I'm gonna put andesite casings on everything, so it looks a little bit nicer. There we go. Even on these belts, like so. And like that. There we go. That's perfect. Now these all should be rotating the same way. And what I just realized that I can probably just do this and do this. Just like that. Right? They are going in the right way. Now this means I need to connect this belt. And I actually should go and grab my catalysts. We can also just put water on here, right? Because this is a closed setup. If I make these guys powered, that shouldn't be any issues. So we can probably... You're rotating the... Are you going the right way? I can't tell. No, you're going the wrong way. So we do that and we put a gearbox there and you're going the right way now, which means we can most likely grab the rotation from there. And that's pulling, which means we could just put a gearbox and problem solved. Right? No, wait, that's pulling now. Okay, so we don't need this. Yeah, there we go. That's working. So we can even just put water on here, but I kind of don't like to have water just flowing everywhere. So we're gonna do some fan catalysts, and I actually need 6 of them. And to be honest, let's do an infinite water source real quick. We're probably gonna need it, because to make these things, what we do is we put a water bucket in here and we got a water source there. Grab that one, put it over there. We need 2 more catalysts, which I think I have. Catalysts, yeah, we do have. Are we gonna be needing more? No, we're not. I don't think we are. At least not for this setup. There we go. Do this, and 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So now, if we place these guys onto here, they start get washed, and the middle ones would get washed as well. So all we really need to do now is power the crushing wheels. And how am I gonna do that? Actually, let me just change up my boots, because I don't want to get pushed by these belts. And would this work? Is this actually... Wait. Hold on. You only need to power a single crushing wheel? Wait, what? Who invented that mechanic? What? That's crazy, actually. Okay. But no, we want this. We want both. So yeah, you can see that the cobble kind of slips on past really fast. Not the cobble, the gravel. Oh, and we're washing it crazy fast, I think. Which is good. Okay, yeah, you can see there was a lot of it in there, but then it just immediately gets washed. Okay, that's perfect. Now we're gonna get a lot of flint, and well, I don't care about the flint here. I only want this guy to have iron nuggets. So we're gonna grab a lava bucket somewhere, and we're also gonna grab a funnel, and just toss it into the lava. We don't really need anything else, to be honest. Do I have any lava nearby? We have some up in the village. Oh, onto the village we go. There it is. And yoink. And right on back. Oh, and yeah, for those who don't know, my middle aerial base spins. My base is modeled after a grindstone. Of course, it isn't the whole floor. It's just like an outer shell. Still kind of nice though. And we put one of you there, and I do need a piece of flint because I don't have one with me. And just like that. There we go. And I guess here it's fine, right? Here to the side. I'll just put it here. It's fine. Okay, there we go. So all the flint should immediately get out of here, so we're only making iron nuggets. And I think the system is fine, it's decent. This is actually not even stockpiling on gravel, which is insane to me. It just means that we're actually like washing it as it comes in. It's just crazy to me. Okay, can get rid of you as well. Next step is probably go to the other side, do the same, but then have a different area that's actually going to be making us sand. So we're going to have to repeat all of this hooked up system that we just did in here, trying and make it a little bit more complex, I guess. So we're gonna grab our shafts over here, but it's between the lanterns, 1, 2, and 3, like this, and then 1, 2, and 3. We mechanical belt. Sometimes this jetpack annoys me because it's hard to control. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, and 3. And it's like 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. I guess we can do is do like this. And we have the crushing wheels done, which means I would have this here. Like so. And then we need chutes. Shoot, 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 and shoot. And shoot, shoot, shoot. Then we got more shafts. 1, 2, and 3. And 1. Oh. I forgot I had it. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Is this is gaining cobblestone, right? Yeah, it is. It is. So now we have the same setup doing this, and this is going like 3 and into an item vault. Let's do the same. Yeah, it's exactly that. Now, this one's going to be harder to manipulate because we're going to have 3 different outputs here. We're going to have gravel, sand, and clay. And I want to have like 3 vaults, right? But then I was also thinking that I kind of wanted to shut itself off, maybe, when it is full. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking how am I gonna handle that? While I think, let's actually do stuff. So items go in there. We do this. We put 1, 2, and 3. We got the gravel going on there. We got the cobble coming out of here. We grab our panels. Because I'm trying to remember, because I think I had a solution for that, but I can't remember it now, and it's annoying me. Man, I had a solution in my mind, and I can't remember it. God damn it. Okay, guess we'll just continue. It will come to me, hopefully. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna have a single crushing wheel. I kind of want to have 2 crushing wheels, or maybe repeat that setup with 3 crushing wheels. Can we repeat that setup? I think we can do 2. I think 2 is fine. Then we have a little bit surplus of gravel if we want. Yeah, we're only gonna be using 2. Bro, how the hell did you get up in here? We're down here. Bro. Ooh, pale moss block. Okay, that's a kind of a good block, to be honest. But I'm thinking 2. I'm thinking 2. 2 is more than enough. 2 crushing wheels. The problem with it being they don't fit side by side. Yeah, they actually don't fit side by in the floor. They fit side by side if I do it like that, which would mean I have to do the same thing. So 1, not even there. Down here, 1, 2, and 3. With 1, 2, and 3. With 1, 2, and 3. We would have a belt. Actually, I did that there for a reason. I don't need to do that here. I can get rid of this and immediately put the items going up here. Yeah, I can do that. So that would mean that you would go all the way up here. So like that. And connect and connect and connect. And that would mean I mean, actually you don't exist. You don't exist in the setup. Get out of there. Yeah, just like that. And then we have shoot here, which come into here, which means that we need a belt here. And yeah, actually need to put this and this, and we get rid of you, and then we rotate you, we rotate you, We put a 3 gap there. 1, 2, and 3. I actually realized several times today that I don't have a kelp farm. And that keeps annoying me because every time I'm building something, I realize, ooh, I don't have belts. And I just keep not making a kelp farm. Like, I really should do, even if it's a simple thing, I should do it. Okay, there we go. Have this all hooked up, and it's actually lining up the same way as that one, which is great. And I guess you can just encase these things as well, so they look the same. I actually have different crushing wheels in this pack, like different colored ones. Could do that. If I really wanted to, I could do that. But I think I'll leave those for terrain decoration. I don't think they are justified in contraptions like this. There we go. Now we have it. Oh, this is actually looking like a nice of a leg of a creature or something like that. And we need more of these. Yes. Oh, I have panels here. Let's go. Let's turn these into these ones. Because we need to power you, and we need to power you like that. Same way, we need to power you, and we need to power you like that. So hopefully I can make things work out here. So we're gonna grab power from here. Yes, and we're gonna put it over here now. You seem to be spinning the wrong way. So we're gonna put it like that. And we're actually gonna be putting an encased chain drive. And I need more encased chain drives. I don't have more? Oh, I do. Okay. Like I was thinking, like, I just crafted the stack a while ago. Like, where are they? And there we go. We got the cobble flowing. That is flowing, which now should mean I can get this area flowing in as well. Do it like this. I just need to power this guy and that guy. And what would be the best way? I think I could do something like this, where I'd have this guy do this, and a gearbox. Then this and the gearbox. So that's the wrong way around. Which is bad. So instead, what I may want to do, this is the right way, right? No, this is the wrong way. Yeah, but now this is the right way. There we go. So that means that's rotating the right way, that's rotating the right way. Now all that's lacking is these guys, which they're gonna be a pain. They're gonna be a pain. I could bring this down with encased chain drives. And that works there. And can I put a gearbox there and make that work as well? I just realized something. Okay. Yeah. That's rotating the wrong way. Which means none of the gravel is getting processed. Wait, no, it was getting processed, but it was being sent up. So let's toss this inside of the system again. So we need to actually rotate this somehow. God damn it. Is it easier to do it from here? Possibly. Let me get rid of you. And I push you back here. And I encase chain drive you and you. Okay, that's the right rotation there. And all I really need to do is put that there and maybe that. Is that going the right way? Can I grab a sack? Yeah. Or 16, I guess. And send it here to see what happens. Perfect. Went the perfect way. Which means we can now put the vault here. And this is going to be a little bit of a different vault. Because this guy is meant to pick up sand, clay, and flint. But I want him to be separated. Like, I'll probably want to have them going that way and have a flint, sand, and a clay. Yeah, a flint, a sand, and a clay vault, item vault. So we're gonna need more vaults. Oh boy, gotta be needing more vaults. Yay. Put this for a little bit of extra lighting. But I'm gonna pull it out this way. And then I'm thinking just a 2x2 of each should be perfectly fine. Like you're a 2x2 here, you're a 2x2 here, and you're a 2x2 here. That seems alright, right? Like you come off here and you have those 3 volts right there. That seems perfect. Yes, that seems kind of nice. And then we have the excess just being lavaed out, because when they are full, they're full. That's how much I can do, right? Oh, and I'm actually gonna have the exact amount. Oh, that's nice. And there we go. Now I need to make this so you go from here to here, and you go from here all the way down here. Then I can just put a copycat panel like this. We belt things across. And then I'll need to grab a bucket of lava to just lava it there. Actually, that's not really gonna work. Yeah, no, so we're probably just like gonna send it here. Yeah, and then you go into lava. I can even put that like that. Or actually, no. I'm being dumb. I can do this. And then we have this. And then we have this. Perfect. Then I can put a lava bucket there, because I know my floor is a 2 stacked floor. Which is perfect. And then we have it going from here into here, inside, and and in, and the first one could be sand. Next one will be iron nuggets, no, clay balls, and then the last one flint, possibly. Yeah, I think that is okay. So now I need to go upstairs, and actually, do I want to put more lamps here? Possibly, right? Just so it doesn't get too dark in there. Yeah, that seems perfect to me. That. Can't quite do that right now. Okay. So it's in case these ones as well. We're gonna need to grab a piece of flint and a piece of clay. So give me clay. Give me flint. And I need lava again. I really need to put the lava train working. So I can have a source of lava here. Okay, let me go down. And clay and flint. Let's go grab the lava first, before I toggle this on. Have it over there. Oh my god, I nearly fell in the lava. Thank god I have a jetpack. And over here we... boom! Lava bucket. Okay, let's put all of these things flowing again. Now, this shouldn't work, right? Yep, nope. This should work. But this should only work. Like this. Exactly. So we have... this is actually just temporary stuff. Just realized it. So actually, we don't even need this guy here. All we really need to do is just extend this belt here. And do this. There we go. And then they will get sorted all the way over there. So now all I really need to do is put these funnels back on here. And that should mean that after I put these funnels back on here, yes, we have items flowing in, which is great. We now have some sand, we have some clay, and we have some flint production all over again, which is awesome. Actually, I can actually put these here and here. We have iron again, we have these things again. Now, I want to connect them up to an automated system. So we're gonna need to grab some stock links, and we're gonna need to start hooking them up to the same system. We're gonna be using factory gauges as well. So they're pretty much going to be in the same system. And I'm thinking, because I want packagers, and the packager situation will probably be handled like on top of it, maybe. I could even put it on, like, literally on top of the funnel as well. So it's gonna grab packagers. Yeah, we should grab packagers. It's easier that way. I was thinking we may want to do like some belt action, but I think I'm just gonna use the frogs for this. So if we take a look at our frogs and our packagers, there we go. Let me store this. There we go. Which means we need to bring some chain conveyors into this area. Just it's fine. It's fine. And what I want a packager, and a packager there. And they should all be connected to the same grid. Yeah, like that. So basically I can tell, like, I have sand here, I have clay, and I have flint here. And actually, I'm thinking if they shouldn't be connected to the same system that I have. They should be connected to the same system. How do I unlink? Oh, I know. I'm thinking they should be connected to the same system because at some point I might want to ask just for sand, for example. And if I request sand, they can actually grab it from there. And I just need to figure out then a way to send it all the way up to the last floor. But I do want to connect it to our system here, which I should have a stock link somewhere. Oh, it's not here. Of course it isn't. Here. There we go. Now they're all in the same network. One less. So that would mean that you're now connected to my network. So I now can check all my flint, my clay, and my sand. Then we're gonna need to put some chains here because I want to automate some stuff. Let's first of all put that there. And we're probably gonna have a packager here as well. So might as well just hook it up already. Gotta go up here, and we're gonna finally start using this wall right here. Now I'm gonna try and separate stuff here, so I guess we can handle like iron stuff here. I want to have some automation to at least do me iron ingots and iron presses and iron plates, right? Yeah, I think having those automated would be decent. So let's start with that. And you are gonna make iron ingots. Iron ingots are gonna make press stuff. So iron nuggets, gonna be making iron ingots. Of course, it's 9 of you. Yes, it's 9 of you. You don't yet have any way to do anything. And an iron ingot makes up what's called sheets. A sheet. An iron sheet. And this is a 1-to-1. Like this. Like that's just straight up perfect, right? And what would be next? Like, if we need to rearrange it, we can rearrange this later. That's hooked up, that's hooked up. Now we need to hook up things down below. So let's go and grab our chain conveyors. I need a press. Okay, I'll need an iron block. Okay, I'm actually gonna do like, I need 2 presses for this. Yes, I need 2 presses for this. I need 1 catalyst. Because I want to have glass automated. And that means I need another rack. No, I need another bucket of lava. That's what I need. We got 2 presses. I'll need a basin. Bruh. And I think with you, I just need a lava bucket. Yes. Probably need more. No, that's 1 is perfectly fine. Yes, 1 is perfectly fine. So we grab one of you, we put you on there, and boom. Okay. Let me actually just put these in here while we're not needing them. Okay. So these can be requested up top. If they're requested up top, we're probably gonna have a chain conveyor that goes from here all the way to this area, which then needs to be connected upwards. I need to connect it to there, right there. And how am I gonna do that? Oh, hold on. Found it. I need to connect it here, exactly here. So that means I can make a depot elevator right here in this area. Yeah, I can make a depot elevator here, and that should fix it. Yeah, that should fix it. Perfect. So now I just need to put in some chain conveyors, and like one that would go like from there to here, from here to here, and from here all the way to there, and that should work. Am I gonna put them running on the ceiling? Yeah, I think they should run on the ceiling. Just need to find a good spot to place it. That seems okay. Yeah, that seems an okay spot. And let's do the same all the way around. And then of course we need to figure out how I'm gonna power them. We have some chains here. And there we go. This should be perfectly fine for anything I have. Don't think I need more than this. Now to power it. I mean, we could just put this. And then hook it up to the top. and hook it up over here. And that should do it. Yep. Now being powered on, which is great. This is gonna take a while. Okay, now it's actually handled the system, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna call this frog. I want to have a frog port here. I'm gonna call it just Fox, because he's going to be the one that's actually going to be picking up packages that go up there. Like this and that, and then we want to have, well, actually not this. You need to be one block forward. I also need a drain, an item drain, because basically this is going to toss the item out and into a depot that I don't have. How do I not have a depot? What? Oh, I actually... Oh no, there they are. Probably need more, like 8 more. Yeah, and probably some more funnels. Like this. I don't need 64, but maybe 32 should be good. And I guess we can give you this block. We don't really need it right now. Hold on the factory gauges. Just like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I forgot the item drain, but that's fine. So basically, we have an item drain there. And then we just make this thing go like this. I know this looks weird, but trust me, this works. So basically, we now just do this, and do this, and do this, and this, this, and I run out of funnels. There we go. And let's grab the drain while we are here, which I should actually have in here. No, yeah, there we go. One item drain coming right up. This will make sense in a second. There we go, we go down. And boom. Then we have the frog here, of course. It should be picking up like items that cross. I'm actually gonna put him aiming here. And this guy is going to be named Fox. It will pick up any packager that is meant to be going into Fox, because Fox is actually, well, this little guy. As you can see, it's Fox. And that matters because I have some package filters upstairs, and that actually matters there. And to make this work, they do this, they do this, they do this, and they do this. Perfect. And just like that, we have an item elevator here. We probably want to make it look a little bit nicer with like some panels and stuff. This. Yeah. Yep. And then we can even have like the last area here. We can even like cover it up a little bit. So we don't actually see that there's a hole at the top. And well, you know what? Let's just do this as well. To the bottom. And then we can actually hide that there. That looks decent. That looks decent. I'd say it looks decent. And any package I ask will go over there. Now we want to hook these guys up as well. So you're gonna be hooked up there. And you're only sent frog. And of course we need to hook up all of these ones as well. And I believe I want that over there. Only send. And you can send it over there. Only send. And send it over there. Only send. There we go. So now I can actually request any of these things and just put it to work. Like, I just realized something. I need to bring a choker box here to clear my inventory because it's annoying me that it's completely filled up. This is the builds. You can grab you. You can skip off the night. Why is the guy in my bedroom? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of here. So let's go down. And well, do you fit in here? Not everything. I don't need comparators. I don't need the buckets. I don't need the metal brackets. I'll need the basin in a moment. Okay, the rest I still need. But I can swap some of these items out, so like that. Okay. So let's put this to the test, shall we? What if... And I actually want to test flint. I want to do more azurine. Like we said. So I need 3 stacks of clay for each of flint. So let's go to clay. You go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that means I need 3 of flint. And is this gonna work? It seems like it is. Why? Ooh. Wait a second. Oh. What? Why did I not get the entire package? Wait, what? Huh? Okay. I'm confused. Did it not send from there? You have 200 clay balls there. What? So I need 96 more clay. Which should come from there. Hold on. There's something wrong here. Hold on. You're not. He's not outputting the items. So the items are there. I guess you need an item vault. Oh, okay, there we go. That was scaring me. I was like, this should work. Okay, which means now I have too much clay. I think I have this too much, right? Yes. This is too much clay. Now, here comes the part that we talked a little bit earlier, where I probably need to go ahead and change how my mixers work. Because they're pretty much like single input only. That's really not that good. Here. So basically, if I send anything into this barrel, it will all use the same belt to go into this mixer. And same for this. And that's really not great. So... we need to change things. So how can I change stuff here? So I guess we could have an extra belt running here and putting items into here, and the same thing there. And then you like use some item filters to tell which items go from where, and then that means we have to like manually keep stock of that type of thing. Honestly, that should be okay because you technically only need to set that up once for each craft. And it's probably gonna be worth it. So filters, we're gonna need 4 different types of filters. And we're gonna set this one now. I guess we can also set like the andesite alloys as well. And what else? What else gets mixed? Mixing. There's a lot of mixing stuff, to be honest. Like the dirt one, we can also set up. Doesn't really matter where though. So, okay, so let's do 2 of these. And this is on the allow list. You're going to allow clay. And this one's going to allow flint. Now, this one's gonna allow iron nuggets. And this one's going to allow andesite. Okay. Wait. They're different recipes. What am I doing? I guess it doesn't matter in case we get something wrong. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So we do this. And we hook up here. Let's put the clay balls and the iron nuggets there. Doesn't really matter. And you want to here with the other filter. Now, of course, you're gonna try and do that. You're not meant to do that. So I guess we can rotate you. Yes. And what we want is to put a lock there so the items sit on there. And that. Now, hopefully, if I done this correctly, and we go into our basin here and we sand all of this, it shouldn't really matter. Everything should be properly hooked up. Yes. So the flint goes from one side, the clay goes from the other, and it gets mixed into azurine. Perfect. And we should really do the same for regular mixer. So just go on to here, grab you. We hook you up and you up. And we want to have that there. And let's go ahead and put iron nugget. And here we put andesite. And we do this. And we do this. I don't really care. So iron nugget goes from there, and the andesite goes from the left. And boom. So this area is now better. And every single time I want to craft something, I just need to come here and change it. That should be okay. This is gonna make us a decent amount of azurine. There it goes. And azurine we can either use to make more stone metal, which I'm definitely going to be needing down the line, but I think right now I'm just going to crush it to try and get my hands on more zinc. So it's going to grab this, put it into our crusher, and hopefully we just get more zinc overall. Got a little bit more. And our crusher is decently fast, so yep, there we go. Now the crushed zinc we can wash for an extra gunpowder, so I think I'm gonna do that as well. So washing. And this is cool because this is automated. I don't have to do anything. I mean, I have to send in the items, right? But and we're gonna wash, and I gotta put this more. I mean, we're making all the resources needed for this automation, which is insane to me. We got some gunpowder, so we got a gunpowder generation, I guess. And when we get 9 of these, 9 stacks of this, of these ingots or nuggets I should say, I can then just toss them into the compacting one. I don't think we're gonna quite get it. Okay, we actually got it. Okay, so now that we have 9 zinc nuggets, we can go into this one, and we got a stack of zinc, just like that. Like, I'm gonna have this automated later, like in another area, but for now, if I can just manually craft it to at least get some zinc coming, I'm fine with that. I'm really fine with that. Let's go down here again, and we need to hook up a press, or a double press I should say, one that will be compacting and another area where we're going to be smelting to make glass, and those resources will be sent up to the Fox as well. Now we're having our sand being shooted out. Do we want them to be shooted out? I mean, yes. Yeah, we do. I'm thinking like maybe we want to keep it. Not really. Like, we can wash it by, we can have sand being washed to make more clay balls, right? So for example, sand, take a look at just not what desert sand. What the hell is desert sand? What the hell is all this? No, sand. We can wash it to make clay balls. We can hunt it. We can cook it. Like, actually, I think I'm just gonna leave it as this. Right? If I want to, I can just ask to get the stuff. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine for me, yeah. I can just ask the items upstairs and send them into my workshop. But that just means that I got a pretty much empty second floor. So if any of you guys have any ideas of what other automations I should have here, let me know. Oh, I know. Kelp. Kelp. We need kelp automation. Do I want to do this right now? I don't think I want to do kelp right now. No. I think I can do kelp plus an extra food farms because we don't. I really need some extra food farms as well there. Because I keep running out of dumplings and I kind of want. Actually, let's take a look at what cool farmers delight things I could have here, like semi-automated, just so it's easier for me to get my hands on some stuff. I don't want to automate animals here, so only veggies. Like maybe something like this mixed salad, and it's actually not that good of a food type. This one takes animals. This one takes animals. This one takes animals. Is there any of these? Oh, that takes animals as well. You take animals. You take animals. All of the best ones take animal. Oh, vegetable soup. There we go. We can automate this. Yes. Carrots, potatoes, beetroots, and just this, and then some bowls. That seems perfectly fine for me. Yes. So I guess the other half of this area will just make us food. Yes. It will just make us food here. Yeah, I think that will work. So let's get rid of this here because we don't need it. And at least I got my iron generation. I kind of want to have the iron being pressed down automatically. So we might want to hook up a little bit of a press system here. Right? I should, right? Or maybe even like here. I should, and I will. So give me this. Give me a packager. Give me a vault. Do I need a vault? I don't think I need a vault, right? Would I need a vault? Do I need it? I don't really need it, no. Could use just a barrel for it. Doesn't actually need to be anything like this. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna have factory gauges are set up at the top. And I guess I could do the other one as well. And get the frogs, because we're gonna need the frogs. We're gonna need these to lift them off the floor. Probably need this. Depots, not really. Funnels. Okay. So I'm gonna try and make this thing very compact here. Do we have the basin here as well? Yes, the basin. And basically we're gonna have like things being put into a frog here. Item gets sent here, gets pressed, gets sent back. I think there's not a lot of space here. So I might just do the automations in these areas. Yes, like in these middle areas. Yeah, that seems a lot better. So I want to have a frog picking up iron nuggets, and I want to have a frog sending iron ingots. And I want to have one here and one here. And that one's going to be making press iron sheets. So you're on the same level, but I kind of want to push you forward a little bit. Because you do deserve to be a little bit forward. It probably does need an item vault, and actually, I can do this upwards. I don't need to do this to the side. So, I can just put item vaults, item vaults, item vaults, item vaults, item vaults. And packages at the top. Like this. And then we got the frogs. And this one will take in iron nuggets. But this is going to be named. You're gonna be ingot, iron, ingot, work. WF, because it's the work floor. And you are immediately going to be sending the items away. So you are an only send dude, which we then need to filter to send into the fox, which is that dude over there. And same goes here. You will pick up items from there. And you're going to be called iron sheet. WF, which is the work floor, and you are going to be sending the items backwards here the same way. You're only send thing. Now I need 2 signs, 2 levers, and sign and lever, just like that. We're gonna have our presses. I don't really need that. Yeah, I don't really need this here. And all we do downstairs is we go to these ones, the non-named ones, and we're gonna put you... I'm actually gonna put a timer on here. I'm actually not gonna use a lever, but I gotta tell them to go to Fox. You're gonna be going to Fox. And you're also the non-named one, so you're also going to be going to Fox. And I'm going to grab pulse timers instead of levers. So it sends the things like in bulk. I'll probably use some casings to decorate it. Yeah. That should work. There we go. Back 1 floor. And all we do is we can just do this here. Put this there where we put it. Not that. Why can I? Oh, it's the middle. Let's put it like every 15 seconds you pulse. There we go. And same here. Whoops. Every 15 seconds you pulse. Okay. So now all we gotta do is we gotta make the systems, right? So this is the iron sheets. So you're just a single press. And you are going to be going on like this. I can put the press down here in the middle. And we need a couple of belts. I think I'm gonna have just enough belts. Just realized it, but I think I'm gonna have just enough belts. And there we go. You're now powered. Perfect. And are you powering the right way? If you are, might just grab some encased chain drives, you know. And no, not that. There. Yes, you are going the right way. Which means I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I can use this. So we put a gearbox there, and we put a gearbox there, and boom. That's literally perfect. And here, this is only a 1x1. There we go. This system is now fully hooked up. And here we pretty much do the same. Where we have you going from there to there. You're most likely gonna go from there to here. And you go from here to here. You're probably gonna be rotating this way. Maybe this actually works for a change. Oh my god, it did. Let's go. And I do that, and we grab a gearbox to put over there. And we use our last belt for the loop. And now we put a base in here. This just needs an andesite funnel here. This would have that. It should output exactly 9. Just because it could output more, but the recipes is not actually set up here, but just because. And you go there. We spin you. We grab some chain drives, and boom. This is now all hooked up as well. Which means we have iron sheets and iron ingots being done. So all we gotta do over here on this system is we gotta tell it to use the nuggets. You're gonna be sending in here, and you're gonna be sending to the iron ingots WF. But now I need set to have 16 stacks, and now hopefully these packages, I mean, they need to spin around, and boom. And this guy should do it. Yep, it's processing, and every 15 seconds, this guy should get a pulse to send a package up top. Any second now. There we go. Now they might need to travel some areas and stuff like that, but it works. Oh, I even clicked the wrong button there. Whoops. Okay. So that working, that's pretty good. Kinda need to see what did I just do? I just recorded something. I don't want to record something. I'm streaming. What do you mean? And why I have several things here? Oh, doesn't matter. Just random pings. Alright. So let's go back here, go back here. Every time I click on something, it's just mess the entire setup. Okay. Perfect. Which means we should have an input or a bit of crafting of these. And I also want to hook up so we have like 16 stacks of this. Now, of course, it doesn't have anywhere to go. You're going to go to iron sheet, WF, 1 to 1, and now you actually have a way to go. Well, I already have 16 stacks of iron sheets, which is perfectly fine, but at least we have it, right? And now this floor is now fully functional, which is pretty good. And then of course we see the items slowly making their way all the way back to our storage. This is very important because I'm gonna use massive amounts of iron, and I didn't have any iron. Man, I had some, but I didn't have a generation of iron. That was gonna be an issue. Let's just put it that way. So let's go ahead and grab on some stuff. Figure out what we could do next. Yeah, this area all doing things. Do I want to have an automation that maintains a certain amount of azurin in my system? Is that something I want to do? It could be, right? I'm thinking, because that would mean I would have to just send these from here to here into a packet, into a vault that would then take the things out, put them into a mixer, we'll mix the stuff in. And well, I just looked at this guy apparently. Oh, he has been annoying me, so there you go. Now I think I prefer to do the Azurine manually. One of my next projects is going to be handling iron nugget, not iron nuggets, but the oh wait, there's an issue here. I'm sending the items into my Fox. I don't want to send the items into my Fox. I want to send the items to my main storage. And that's this thing right here. So I need to send them to that item elevator, actually. Oh, okay. I need to send them there, to that guy. So I need to hook up a second frog. And maybe... okay. I need to think. I need a second frog here. And I don't have a second frog. Can I even make a frog? I don't have slime balls. Can I make slime balls? I don't have lime dye. I don't have cactus green. I got some cactus. Okay. And give me a piece of dough or 2 pieces of dough with white dye. 2 pieces of white dye. I gotta send this down to my main storage. I gotta cook the cactus. And I gotta be quick with this though, because I'm getting this sent here and I don't want this to be sent here. So there we go. With you and you with this, we got 2 slime balls, which to make the frog port, we just need the andesite. I think I do have andesite. I'm actually gonna get rid of these signs for now. Okay, you're not being used, but I'm gonna break you in, anyway. And do we have the andesite? Yes, we do. 2 andesites. Because the items need to go to the main storage. They cannot be sent there. And not you. I need to make a slime farm somehow. Okay, so you're gonna grab the items there. And you're gonna be called main storage. And you already done something that you shouldn't have done. What is going on here? These are just iron ingots that got How do you get sent? Oh. Of course you're being sent. I forgot that what I actually need to get rid of is the timer. Okay. You're good? You're good. Whew. Okay. So you're the main storage guy, which I believe you have the same name as these dudes. Yes, main storage. So when I put this sign on, you're gonna be putting on for main storage, but then you need to go and into this items move downward. Exactly. Yes, that's what I want. I want items to move downward. You're gonna be rolling. Yeah, I'm gonna make this one roll. I don't want to use belts there. So give me my item drains. And we should have a depot, right? Downstairs. Yeah, we should have a depot. And we're just gonna put a funnel. We need 2 funnels, actually. So the package will come here and will roll onto this depot. From here, it will be pushed into there. So roll. And that. So now, all I need to do is I should just put main storage and main storage. And now if I put the timers again, which, why do I, okay, I only took 1 out. With a 15-second timer. It should, yes, be picked up by that guy. It should roll, should be sent there, and then it should be going down. Let's confirm. I found an issue. What are you doing? What is this package doing here? What? Iron nuggets. What? Nuggets. Oh, I know what happened. It requested iron nuggets from down here to go upstairs. Because they're all the same link. I mean, that can be an issue. Okay, that just means that I need to figure out this area sooner than expected. Basically, items here only do something when they have the package filter to go to the Fox, where they go upstairs through here and then through my spinning connection over there, and then they get sent upwards, right? And I have this tunnel here to pretty much separate the items here. So it will just separate the item into here if it needs to go anywhere else, right? So I kind of need to hook it up so that it can somehow be sent here instead. But do I even need to do that? I shouldn't. I'm trying to think, why did it request these 3 iron nuggets? I'm so confused right now. I think what I'm gonna do is, because there should never realistically be an item here in this belt. So I should just like take it out of the belt and then send it back into the storage, right? No, not really. I need to figure out a way of sending items into the second floor. Because I feel like if I put like a third frog here, like imagine if I just put a third frog here, that would, well, not like this actually, but sure. No, actually, yeah, actually like this, yes. This third frog, it should just spit any packages that he has into there. And actually, let me just make something, because this is annoying me. This area is super dark. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so basically I need to make it so any package that is named for this area, that it's requested from down there, comes here. Where does this come out at? It's not really a good spot. God damn it. Do I want to make another item elevator? Maybe? Maybe I do. Maybe, just maybe I do. We'll probably need to go like somewhere around here, right? And where does this go? Well, actually, it kind of lines up there, which is honestly okay. It's not ideal. I feel like this is too much forward this way because of that. Hello, Sky. Hello, hello. How are you? Feel like that's a little bit too much out of the way, though. I want to separate the items here. But then I would have to bring them like here-ish. Oh, I guess I could just make the elevator go like this. Yeah, that would work actually. So I can put an item drain here that immediately opens up this. And I guess I never intended for any item to be on this part of the belt. This is only just so it can power this belt and this weighted ejector like that. So all the other packages that are not meant to go to the Fox will go this way. Which means I need belts. I need belts. Do I have any kelp stairs? Please tell me I do. Kelp. Oh, thank God. And a stack. Gimme. This is good. This is good. Dun, 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 dun. And now we're gonna make some more belts. 10. Oh my God. I really need to make a kelp farm. Okay. You see, it asks for 3 nuggets. How can I check the package's thing? Iron ingot, yeah, iron ingot WF. You see, it's trying to send it to there. So we need this. We need this. We need to make this. So let's go here. And what? One too much. And I want to do it at the back, if possible. It's not possible. It's not. Okay. So we have to do it maybe like here. No, it's gotta be. God damn it. I didn't want it. I don't want it to intrude. Like in the way, like I think here it just looks like it's in the way, you know? I actually just need some more depots. So let's actually make a few of these. Like, I wouldn't mind if it came out here. Like there. I'm from Portugal. I'm from Portugal. And where are you from, Mrs. Ska? Yeah, I'm actually gonna put it there. So, oh yeah, you don't. Oh god, oh god, oh god, okay. You don't have any destinations yet. So you put the items here. And you're only sand dude. So, oh, you're from the United States of the Americas. It's pretty nice. And okay, there we go. That actually worked out. So that's nice. Now, how am I gonna get that thing here? There's a big time difference from me to you right now. I just realized. Like here, it's 5:20 p.m. Okay, I guess I could do something like this. Yeah, I can do something like this. That works. And it's not super disruptive. We can see a little bit, but it's fine. I guess this is fine. And whoosh. It's the morning. Nice. You're just starting your day on. So I'm gonna make a stack of depots. Because these item elevators, they're so simple to do and they're so very useful. And I don't need these blocks. Probably need some blocks to help me with this. That should be okay. There we go. Let's go all the way down. So the items get set into here, they get put into a belt that should lead them. Ideally here, the items will go tiki-taka here. Yes. So it's literally like the shortest belt ever, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then they do this, they get put into the depot, and onto the depot you go. The best part is that that thing actually lined up unintentionally. That's literally the best part. So now I'm gonna break all the blocks before I mean, I have to break them all before I put the funnels. What am I talking about? It might just sit in there. I have to clean them out. You can sit there. How long have I been working? Well, a while, you know. I'm a couple episodes deep on it, I think. I guess I can give you a little bit of a outdoors look at it. Yeah. How long? I don't really know how long. Like a couple of weeks. I mean, it's made in parts, right? Like the bottom floor. I started with the bottom floor, then I had to like quickly do the second and the third floor, so I could put the spinning part and look and just actually link this up. This is actually connecting my storage right now. Like, this little fox is my storage keeper. So all my storage is connected here. But it all comes from down there. So if I go down here, I have all of these item vaults here. And this is my storage. This can hold up to 1 million items, like a little bit more than 1 million items. And if I want to, I can just double it at the top with more vaults and have a lot more space. And basically, every time I request something, it sends a ping here, and then it creates a package that gets put onto this belt. And it will be addressed to the fox on the way to the top. So I have a package filter that sets up here and sends anything to the fox into this barrel. And from this barrel goes into here and then goes into this chute that's actually pulling the items upward. And then if we go over here, it goes into here, into this portable storage interface, which when the rotating wall stops by connecting it, it actually connects a top one as well over here. And then from here, if I can just squeeze on through, there we go. It then puts the item to that drain, from that drain to the depot, and then again, if it's sent to the fox, it goes into here, it gets unpackaged and put into here. So anything I want just comes all the way down from there. Like, I want 63 zinc nuggets. You can even do this quickly. Yeah, you can see it gets sent upwards. It will wait here. Whoops. It will wait here until the wall stops and then get pushed onto there and boom, zinc nuggets. I even have this with a comparator at the back. Let me take this off. I have a comparator at the back that kind of reads if there's anything in the barrel and it just lights up this redstone lantern. Unfortunately, I wanted to do the same with the input, but since I need this lever to automatically power anything, this redstone lamp is always on, but at the same time it's alright. Doesn't really matter that much. And then I have all of these, all of the pieces for the workshop. So we have a hunting setup, a smelting, not a cooking actually, smelting, a washing, and a conduit powered stuff. We have a single item press. We have a compactor that puts things into a basin and then presses down. We have a regular mixer with nothing. We have a mixer with water. And oh, thank you, Ian. Thank you for the sub. And we have a regular saw, which pretty much is to make the strip logs. We have the crushing wheels. We have a deployer to make like casings and stuff, where it just sends the logs one way and the andesite was the other way. We have a precision mechanism setup. We have a millstone. We have a rolling mill. We have a spout to fill things with water. We have a mechanical grindstone that makes the electrodes a lot easier, because the mechanical grindstone does the sandpaper for me. I send in the rose quartz and it gives me the polished rose quartz. And then we have a wax setup with a honeycomb block. Whenever I get my hands on an infinite amount of copper, and that will mean that I can actually just wax them and keep them, god damn it, and keep them in the same state, so I can actually use them for builds and stuff like that. Oh, anything I sent into any of these systems comes back in here, into these 3 barrels. You think this all, and used this mod a little bit before. Yeah, this is pretty much a mod pack that I built based off another existing pack, and I just added some extra add-ons. And, well, Create just insane. It allows to make all of this. It's pretty cool. It kind of looks complicated, but I think it's one of those packs or one of those mods that the basic thing is simple and you can easily escalate from it. And like the recent update added these package frog ports, which is pretty good. Allows to just put items into a belt or into a conveyor chain and just send them wherever they want. Which is insane. That's pretty much why all of this is possible, basically. Okay, so now I need to put the andesite funnels. Oh, and of course I have my elevator here, which takes me to all the floors. Now I need to grab my jetpack again and hook this one up. And there's like plenty to do still. Like that other side, I already had like a bunch of automations there, but I cleaned them all up because I did the 2nd and the 3rd floor. This side pretty much have like not even half, but some of the things that I have on the last floor, and it had all the processes that I have here in this work floor. Like all of this was downstairs, and I got rid of it because downstairs is actually going to be to handle trains, and this is the 2nd floor. The 2nd floor is for my automations, like things that are going to be automatically being crafted, and the 3rd floor is where I craft things manually. That's why I have all of these things here. Now, everything should actually be fine, right? So, I mean, technically everything is fine, but not really. Because at the moment we don't really have... Yeah, no, we only have packages coming either to the Fox upstairs or to here. Yes, exactly. We only have things coming into here. So if anything goes wrong down here, any package that doesn't go to the Fox goes to the 2nd floor. But currently that's fine. Like that's what it should happen. Because the only thing that could actually request something is the 2nd floor. It's never the one above. So currently, everything should be fine and safe-proof, I think. Until I break something. It most likely will happen. Which means, now that I have that set up, I need to think, how am I gonna do the kelp? Kelp's gonna involve some water. And that's gonna be annoying. Do I need it for anything else? No, I just need this for belts, really. Maybe the cooked one? Okay, the cooked one can do some other things. Do the brass tunnels, andesite tunnels. Yeah, okay. So I think we're good with automating the kelp farm and automating dried kelp. Because the regular kelp, I'm not really going to use it to make biomass. I don't really need it right now. And it's only, but yeah, okay, so we can automate like till dried kelp. Don't think I can do that today though, because my voice is now starting to kill me, because I've been speaking for I don't even know how long. 2.5 hours. God, I speak a lot. Yeah, and I drank my glass of water in the first 10 minutes of the stream, so my throat is really dry right now. Actually, it just remind me I need to put these guys in my inventory. There we go. Thank you. Oh, I can actually show you. Like, this is like the main base that I envisioned at the start. But I can actually show you the starting area. The starting area is a lot more basic, and I think it's easier for me to explain what's going on there. I have like a little factory over here, and I have a power plant over there, which is basically what gives power to all my machines. You can just pop in here real quick, actually. I made it like these power towers to transfer the powers through the chains. And then I can actually see how much power I have at maximum and the available. Like, I have nearly 1.5 million power available, or maximum, and I still have like 1.3, so I'm still very good in terms of power consumption. Then we have this little area, which is basically just doing some crafting blocks, like andesite, diorite, and granite. Yeah, it does a little bit of andesite, a little bit of diorite, a little bit of granite. And actually, I can come here every now and then and grab a bunch of red sand. And because it's just stockpiles, because it's not being consumed since this barrel is completely filled up. And the red sand, we could either turn into, well, red sandstone, or we can turn into glass, we can haunt it to soul sand, or we can wash and get a little bit of gold nuggets. But I think really what I wanted to do with this is that I think if we put it into red sandstone and we crush it, yes, we can get copper nuggets. Or I think it could get a little bit of nautilus shells, but I think this is a little bit of an issue with my pack at the moment, is that some recipes have like three different outputs, and you don't really know which one is prevailing. I believe if you do this recipe with the red sandstone, you get copper nuggets. So you don't actually get this one with nautilus shells and red sand. So you just get this, which is fine. It can be a little bit of annoying sometimes when you're trying to make things. I already had to fix one recipe, but I mean, it's just every now and then that I have to go into the code and actually fix something, but yeah, it's not a big deal. There's multiple ways of doing things, so if something doesn't work, you probably have a solution somewhere else. And this is my starter house. This is where I started. And what is that? What are you doing? This is where I started the pack. I have a little bit of a house here. That's pretty much all the commodities you need. A little bit of a farm. You have a nether portal. You have some animals at the back. You have the power, which I'm just using these water wheels to power the machines that I have at the house. Actually, we might just grab our shears and take advantage that we're here and grab a bunch of wool. There we go. We have an automated tree farm over here, which is pretty much just spinning and cutting the logs and then replanting the saplings, and then puts them into here. Yeah, we already have a bunch of logs. We started the stream with like 400 logs here, and I came here, I placed the chunk loader, and well, thankfully we now have a bunch more logs here. We have our little horsey, which serves us very well at the start of the pack. We have our little house, which no longer has pretty much any storage because I moved it. To fly, I have a little bit of a jetpack over here, and I have some elytras. So basically, I can use, I mean, I guess you can't quite see because I have the cosmetic armor off, because this is my armor, but I have it cosmetically turned off. I guess I could leave it like this, I know. But basically, you have the brass jetpack, which takes me off the ground. Lets me actually show you the particles. And then if I tap spacebar again, I just enter fly mode, and then I can use space basically as a regular rocket from vanilla Minecraft, and then just boost me. You can even see the particles from the jetpack. This is a very great combo. Now, it can be difficult to build with this, because the jetpack is great, but if I tap spacebar again, it opens the wings and you just fly down. That's annoying. So whenever I'm building, I take the elytra off and I can just hover if I toggle shift. Which is pretty good to like build stuff like this. Now, there is another jetpack in here, but this one takes a lot of netherite. And I don't have a lot of netherite. Yeah, I basically took the Just Create SMP base mod pack and I added a bunch of features and a bunch of extra add-ons that they don't have to make my life easier, since I'm playing on a single player. They're playing in like it's an SMP and stuff like that, so they have easier access to stuff, I guess. Since I'm alone, I kind of need to make things on my own. And I want to have some things that I can do differently than them. So, well, basically, I can just have different content, and it just doesn't seem like I'm copying them in any way, because I'm using different mods. Like, I'm using different systems. Like, for example, I have this scarecrow here, which pretty much loads my skeleton spawner. I have a skeleton spawner here, which is being loaded by him. You can load any spawner in a 5-block radius, so it loads the one that's beneath him. And it's great for me because I cannot be like in 7 different areas at once. Not regularly. I haven't done the stream in quite a while. I mostly do videos, and every now and then, whenever I know I'm gonna be playing for a long time and I don't have anything else to like come in between, and I actually just want to get, well, stuff done, I just open the stream, because that makes me do things. I don't just procrastinate. But yeah, as you can see, we have pretty much the basic machines here. You have a press that if you put an iron ingot makes an iron sheet. You have some fans, like this fan passes through this lava catalyst and cooks anything that's put into here. For example, if I put this stack of red sand, you can see that it does some extra particles, and after a while it will just turn into glass. We have this dough, which is made by washing wheat flour, which is made by putting wheat into a millstone. And I could cook this to make bread, but I put it into here because I make these dumplings, which take dough, cabbages, onions, and any of these, any steaks and stuff like that. So I got some minced beef. And yeah, there we go. We got some glass here. And then we got some extra things going around. We have a little doggo. And we have some villagers, of course. And some chickens in the corner as well. They're gonna be moved somewhere else later, whenever I need them. We got a system. We got actually have this create trading floor mod, which adds these trading depots, which basically allows to automate trading with these guys. So basically, I have this guy, which trades, well, 32 sticks for an emerald. So I can put a bunch of sticks into here. It will send into him. It will trade. It will grab an emerald, and this guy will take an emerald out, put it into this guy, and he's currently trading for glowstone. And it will just take, it doesn't actually take this price, he only takes regular prices. So it actually takes 4 emeralds for a piece of glowstone. If I want to use the discounts, I need to be the one trading like manually. But this is still a good system. I just send the emeralds into here, and then it pops out the glowstone into this chest. And then I just take it with me. Then, of course, all of these things require a bunch of resources, so I need to hook myself up with a little bit of a mine shaft. And I have an elevator here that takes me all the way down to here, into my mine shaft room, which is hooked up with a bunch of sorting systems. because I use this drill to mine. In the create mod, you have these contraptions. Now this is connected, so this is on. So I can basically just go here and pick this up. So I have an entire contraption here. Now I don't believe I have any rails with me, so I can't quite test it out. But basically what you do is I want to grab like 3 rails and we pick it up again. And the way this works is that if I just put 3 rails onto here and this thing there, on its own, it's not going to do anything until I give it coal. I give it a little bit of coal, which I think I should have here. Yes. It will turn the minecart on, because this is a furnace minecart, which takes coal to be powered. But the most important part here is that this has a deployer that automatically places another rail in front, so the minecart can keep rolling. And then I have this thing right here at the back, which is a plow, which will pick up any rails that are sitting there. So basically it recycles a rail. So if I just do this, it's going the wrong way. So I don't want it to go that way. I don't know why it went that way. There you go. It just goes like this. Now I'm kind of stuck here, so yeah, I guess I consumed the coal block by breaking it, so now it doesn't have any speed. But basically, if this has coal, it will go super fast forward. And I can actually use FreeCam to show you that this guy has been mining a lot. He made several tunnels already around here to get me a bunch of resources. Just it's pretty good what this guy can do. Just send him forward. He doesn't care about water, as you can see. He just passed through here. Didn't care. Continues forward. I care. I had to swim through that, but he doesn't. And it just keeps on going. And this is where the chunks kind of end, because I'm all the way back here. And after it mines, all I have to do is just bring it over here, place him back down. He doesn't currently have anything on him, so I guess I can just grab like this, 2 stacks of this. And I'm gonna put it here. And it does need to be restarted, so I just do that. And you can see that the items get put into here, they get sent into this belt, and they will continue until they find the proper filter. Now, the unfiltered items will go into the last chests, which are these ones. So, any second now, yeah, there you go. The scoria is now flowing in on again. This is pretty helpful, like, to get like all the resources sorted out, so I know what anything is where. And it already gave me a bunch of resources. Now it's pretty much empty. Oh yes, I have a blade spawner here because the pack actually allows you to pick up spawners. You can either pick them up by hand, by shift right clicking with the carry-on mod, or you can just use a create contraption and a blaze just spawned somewhere. You can use a create contraption to just pick it up. Now, where is that guy? There it is. Hello. Thank you. I actually needed a blaze rod. That actually came in handy. And I need to get out of here now. There we go. And then, just a while ago, I actually finished the skeleton farm because I needed experience. So we also have a skeleton farm here, you know. And I want to enchant. I can just come here. I have some lapis lazuli, grindstone. I have the storage because these things give me nuggets of experience, which I can just right click and gain experience. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but okay, let's do it like this. So basically, the skeletons spawn there. There's a lot of belts here that push them into the middle, and then they get crushed down on these crushing wheels. There's that little deployer that gives them an extra punch. Okay, they just spawned in. There we go. And that extra punch that thing is doing is basically acting like a player. So if a skeleton just dies to the sun, it drops some things. But if it dies to a player, it drops other things. And that basically means that it's actually dying as if a player killed it. So it drops more experience and it drops more bones and stuff like that. So we got pretty much a sorting system back here that picks up the nuggets of experience there. Yeah, it drops player items, exactly. Now, regular loot and stuff like that gets destroyed by the crushing wheels. Like, these crushing wheels destroy an item that doesn't have a recipe. So, for example, if you toss a bone, it will convert it into bone meal. But if you stand like a diamond sword, it doesn't have a recipe, it will just destroy it. So I don't really get any pieces of armor and stuff like that from here, which is good. And it's also bad, kinda. I don't have to deal with it, so I think it's a good thing. And every now and then, the skeletons kinda get stuck in here because of the way that the belts are actually pushing them. So you notice that sometimes the belts actually stop. That's because I have a timer of 30 seconds, and every 30 seconds, it gives a 3-second pulse into this clutch, which stops everything. The fact that it stops everything allows the skeletons to move on the belts, because if an entity is on a moving belt, it cannot move. It doesn't matter, it cannot move. But if the belt stops like this, they're actually able to move, and then they just basically fall into the hole. That's just something I had to do to kind of fix it, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I built this house, I kind of did the mine shaft, I did the other factory to make the building blocks. Then I started the main base, but then I needed power. And as soon as I needed like a bunch of power, I had to do the power plant. And after I got the power plant rolling, I was actually able to just do something better with it. Because I actually started with a few windmills. Yeah, I put a decent amount of work. Yeah, I started with like some of those windmills like that. And they were the ones that were initially powering my base. I had like extra 5 just sitting there. But they are not enough. They're not compared to to the amount of power that I'm making in here. These ones, this factory is using lava and water to make these boilers pump a lot of power. Basically, it grabs a bunch of lava and it sends it through here and sends them directly into these blaze burners. These are blaze burners with a straw. Because a regular blaze burner, which is basically you get an empty blaze cage and you right click into a blaze and you capture it like a Pokeball, so you get a blaze burner. But the blaze burners need to burn to actually do something. And if you give them a straw with one of the mods that I have, they can actually be directly fed with a pipe lava, which is very helpful. But let's say you don't have this create crafts and additions mod, you only have like the base create mod, then you have to do it technically by hand or by mechanical harm. Like this guy picks up a lava bucket and gives it to the blaze burner, then puts the empty bucket there. The empty bucket gets put into here, gets put into there. And then for example, let's say I grab this, yes, and that guy just puts lava into the bucket itself. Pretty easy. But I guess it's one of those mods that you kind of learn the more you do. It could be lava from the nether, yes, but it's actually lava from here. This thing. This is basically an infinite lava source. By using, let's just call it a little bit of a glitch, because the create mod uses these pumps. he has a host pulley. I guess you can't quite see it. I guess if I do the free cam, you can see it better. Yeah, this is this guy right there. This thing. And this guy sends a hose all the way down to the last block, and then it detects where it is. So it detects this is lava. Now, in the create mod, if it detects more than 10,000 lava blocks, it actually considers it to be an infinite source of lava. So it just pumps infinitely. Now, in the nether, it's super easy to find a place with 10,000 lava blocks because the lava lakes are massive. In the overworld, not that easy. But there's a little bit of a glitch. Basically, what I did there is that I made an 11 by 11 area like this. Just like this. And then I filled this layer with lava. And then I have previously dug all the way to bedrock. So when I broke this last layer like this, the lava just flew all the way down to bedrock. And the game considers that to be an infinite lava source. It technically isn't. It's like 100 buckets of lava, which I literally just went like these lava pools and I got it. And well, yeah, I got lava, basically. That's how I got lava. And I'll probably have to do something like this again to get lava somewhere else, but that's infinite. So if I want, I can just go there and grab lava. And that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm now just working on the base, getting it to do all that I need to do, so I can move on to plenty of other stuff. This goes in here, this goes in here, this can go in here. I need to finish like this area, I need to get rid of these torches, I need to put better lanterns. This thing is already working, it already finished up with the iron ingots, which is great. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. I mean, it can be easier if you go watch the videos, but I guess this was a quicker explanation just going and watching the videos, so yeah. Because if you don't really understand all that's going on, I guess the videos, I do explain most of it, but I don't explain every single thing. So it can be a little bit hard to understand stuff. Like here, I'm setting up some tanks, so I have a lava, a water, and an experience tank, because we can actually get experience into a liquid form. And I'm gonna make like a little bit of an EXP shower, whenever I need to repair my gear, I can just come here, toggle something on, and it will just shower me with experience. And then with mending, it will just fix all my gear. Then I close it and I go my life, do anything I want. And this system right here is to fill up these tanks. These tanks are basically the fuel for my jetpack. I'm filling it up with fuel being lava and water being water. And to do this, I had to grab a bucket and toss it and do it by hand. Now I have these two tanks, which I'm using a deployer here, which is one of those little army thingies. And let's just say I put this here, right? It puts that into his hand, and I will have lava being placed down here, and then it will just do it like a bucket and fill it into this lava source, and then fill it and fill it and fill it. And whenever I want to take it out, I can just toggle this lever, and boom, it gives me the tank again, which is pretty good. But well, I think I'm actually gonna have to go, because yeah, my voice is really killing me. And I go in, I have to go and do some things. So yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you, Sky, for dealing with me, I guess. Hopefully you learned, hopefully you like the mod, hopefully you play it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And of course, see ya in the next one. Bye.